Hello everybody, this is Mr. Rob and welcome back to another MyGM episode here on WWE 2k22. It's been a while, both since I've done a video and since I've done a MyGM video. I do apologize for not uploading the past couple of days. I have not felt the best. My throat is still bothering me. I think I've just had some cold symptoms, getting back into the swing of schooling and with teaching all day. Last thing I want to do when I'm talking all day is come home and just haven't had the desire to really dedicate the rest of my voice to a commentary, but I do want to start getting these videos out to you. I took some medicine yesterday. I feel a little better, so we're going to try to power through this one. Also, speaking of power through, I do want to get back to this MyGM series. I know this has been a very start and stop style of series with episodes few and far between, but with us getting back to the wrestling-centric side of things, I do want to get this series wrapped up in the next little bit, considering we are on week 7 of 15, and especially by the end of the year with the AEW Fight Forever game on the horizon. I want this series to be wrapped up before that game comes out so I can focus on AEW. But I hope you guys are excited for this one. If you are excited for another MyGM episode and more wrestling content, make sure you drop that like and you subscribe down below, especially if you want more franchise content. Now, this is a live comm style of series, in case you are not used to it. We are SmackDown going up against Sonya Deville and Raw, and so far we haven't had the best of luck. It's taken us a little bit to get going, but we had a pretty good pay-per-view a couple weeks ago. Still behind Raw, thanks to them just throwing, John Cena versus Akira Tozawa for the WWE Championship every single week. But regardless, we're trying to keep it realistic on our part. This channel is always about realism. So let's see if we can kind of start to claw back in the ratings. I do apologize again for my voice. This is a live comm, so not really going to be able to edit out a lot, but we will make it through. Now, we're on the road to TLC, Tables, Ladders, and Chairs, which is our next show. And before I show you the card that I have booked, I do want to show you the journal because I like to show the commissioner goal for the week. This week we were to have our most popular babyface and heel females go at it, which we do. Also, one thing I promised this week is I promised Tomino would have a match. I usually try to do the promises, although Tomino is not our most popular superstar. And I promised Montez Ford a main event match this week. And the reason why I promised Montez Ford a main event match is he is actually our most popular male superstar on the roster. Yes, more popular than Roman Reigns. I drafted Montez Ford back in episode 1. If you haven't watched episode 1, I recommend doing so. The playlist will be at the end of the video, as well as, on the side. But I drafted Montez Ford thinking that I could push him as a single star, and he honestly is almost there. So this is kind of a shot to see where Montez Ford does in the main event scene. But with that being said, let's go ahead and look at the show. I think we have a pretty good one. I'm going to start off with Sasha Banks versus Charlotte Flair. This is a match that I was trying to save for a later date. Charlotte Flair last week won the SmackDown Women's Championship back from Natalya. We need our most popular face versus our most popular heel, and well, this is the match we get. And Sasha Banks honestly has not done very good in recent times, so this is a big opportunity for her. I drafted her to be the standard bearer kind of the SmackDown Women's division, but with the way this series goes, I just watch every single match once and just kind of let it play out. And Sasha Banks has almost lost every single match, so hopefully she can turn around against Charlotte Flair. That should be a good match to help our ratings. They're going to have a self-promo by Natalya, who lost the title last week, so she'll have to see what she has to say. And then in the mid-card match, I have Dakota Kai versus Tomino one-on-one. This is Tomino's match. I do have a run-in schedule for this one, so we won't watch it. But, I don't know if we necessarily always want to. Self-promo by Kofi Kingston as well. Kofi will challenge Roman Reigns for the Universal Championship at TLC in the TLC match. So that's the third trilogy match, both superstars at 1 apiece. So let's see if Kofi Kingston will get the title back, so we'll talk about. And in the main event, Finn Balor will team with Randy Orton to face Apollo Crews and Montez Ford. We'll see if Ford is up to the challenge in our main event. But without further ado, let's confirm this and let's get into our show. Now, one thing you will notice before the show, I forgot to change the setup, unfortunately, so we are back in the high school gym. So that's kind of unfortunate. I am going to skip all the entrances just because we are in the gym. There's really nothing to watch. But Sasha Banks will make her way to the ring first, and she will have the opportunity to face the SmackDown Women's Champion, Charlotte Flair, who was the champion to start the series. She lost the title at WrestleMania Backlash to Natalya, and then last week on SmackDown got an immediate rematch, won it back. So she is back with the championship. We'll see if she is done with Natalya in the future, as well as Toni Storm is also on the horizon. And then now we have Sasha Banks, who could step into the fold. So our first match on tonight's show is Charlotte Flair and Sasha Banks, the most popular face versus the most popular heel. So I'll have to see who gets the upper hand here. A lot on the line for Sasha. Like I said earlier, she has yet to really win a match here at MyGM. I'm pretty sure she is actually winless, believe it or not. But a win over the champion puts you right into the thick of things. While Charlotte Flair on the other side, just won the title back, just got the championship around her waist once more. So you'd love to start your reign off with a win. But you got a tough challenge here tonight as Sasha going to go for a quick cover. Gets one on the champ before Flair does kick out. Now Charlotte Flair is the champ, but she has plenty of challengers lined up here in MyGM mode. Natalya, the former champ, both of them are at 1 apiece. So we'll have to see where that trilogy, if we're going to conclude that trilogy. Also, Toni Storm has been calling out Charlotte Flair in recent weeks. It didn't matter if she had the championship or not. Toni Storm wants a match with Charlotte Flair, so maybe that she's also that we can look into. And then you got Sasha Banks here tonight, so Charlotte Flair has a lot to look out for as she has the target on her back. And Sasha Banks ducks underneath the chop and now looks to get back in control. Going for this bankrupt neck breaker. Yes, she connects. Sasha Banks with the neck breaker, looking good here in the early going. And she's starting to wear down the champion. Charlotte Flair, though, does sweep the leg and try to get the advantage. And if there's one thing we've picked up on Charlotte is that she knows how to weather an early storm. Just a week ago, right before, well, 2 weeks ago before WrestleMania Backlash, Charlotte Flair actually had a one-on match against Dakota Kai, and Kai almost beat Charlotte. Dakota was dominating the entire beginning of the match. Hit her finisher on Charlotte. Charlotte Flair somehow survives. So just because Charlotte's taking some damage right here doesn't mean that she's out of it. Charlotte Flair has the resilience. She has the grit. That's why she's a multi-time women's champion. So she knows how to come back in this match. But Charlotte Flair is on the receiving end of Sasha Banks' offense, who is looking good. And there's another neck breaker. You can see where Sasha is trying to target the back of the neck, and the drop kick's going to help for good measure as well. Trying to set her up for that Banks statement, as now Banks is on the top rope, goes for a big splash and does connect for the champion. In a lot of trouble here. Sasha has the momentum. Charlotte once more hasn't fully been able to get out of the blocks here. Banks continues to pound away on the champion. This will be a huge win here. Goes for the cover, gets one, but Flair just quickly kicks out at one. Not a lot for Banks that she can do there. Now she gets Charlotte back to her feet. Went for the kick, maybe trying to set her up for that Banks statement. I think Charlotte Flair might have had it scouted, and now this could be the opening she needs. She flapjacks Sasha in the center of the ring. Now Flair gets Charlotte back to her feet and connects with the big boot. Down goes Banks. Into the cover goes Flair. Gets one, gets two. But no, Sasha does stay alive. Gets the left shoulder up. Flair did connect with that big boot, but might need to do a little bit more in order to finish off Sasha. She went, I think, for the figure eight there. Sasha Banks had it scouted. These two are very familiar with each other now, as Flair looks to drag Banks towards the ropes, but Sasha will counter out. Trying to create a little bit of separation. Gets a hold of the champion now. Another knee to the back and another neck breaker for good measure. Sasha employing a game plan, and it's fairly obvious what she's trying to do. Now she's trying to get Charlotte Flair away from the ropes. Doesn't go for the pin. Instead, going to flip her over. And here's the Banks statement. Statement locked in center of the ring. Charlotte Flair not close to the ropes. Will she tap to Sasha? Will Sasha finally get in the win column and knock off the SmackDown Women's Champion? Flair does not submit, but did Banks do enough damage to get the pinfall victory? She gets one, she gets two, but no, Charlotte does get the right shoulder up. That is the resiliency of the champion. She takes your best shot, and she continues to fire away. There's a corkscrew leg whip, takes down Sasha. Now Charlotte's starting to taunt a little bit. Not sure if that's the wisest idea. Sasha already back to her feet now and is going to look for a bulldog attempt here. Yes, she does. Down goes Charlotte. And Sasha quickly to the turnbuckle. Flair in the drop zone. She going to go for a big splash here again. No, this time goes for the frog splash. Down on the champ. Gets one, gets two. And again, Charlotte Flair just gets the shoulder up. I thought that might be enough. But Sasha Banks not letting it get to her. She's still going to apply the offense. Clothesline attempt. Down goes Flair. Sasha really starting to get fired up here. Another one. And then a back heel kick. Down goes the champ. Sasha could be closing in on a victory. Gets her back to her feet. Kick to the midsection. Going to go for that bankrupt neck breaker. She does. The bankrupt again. Charlotte Flair in a lot of trouble as Banks could be looking for another bank statement here. Goes from behind, but Flair does counter with the elbow and then clotheslines Sasha over the top rope. Down to the floor goes the blueprint. Flair might have dodged disaster there. She's quickly going to throw Sasha back into the ring. She'll follow suit. Both go for punches, but Sasha got there first, but Charlotte did counter the next one. As both superstars very close in this one. This is a neck-and-neck contest. One more big move could be enough. And Charlotte has Sasha in the corner. What's she thinking here? Just, writhing away on that left knee. That is definitely a precursor to the figure 8. And now stomping away, just stomping away on the challenger in the corner. And now Sasha could be in a lot of trouble here. Charlotte's actually going to shoot the half. She thinks she's done enough to do the cover here. Gets 1, gets 2, but Sasha will kick out. Pretty good match so far. Pretty evenly contest. As now Sasha looks to get back in it. Kick to the back of the champion. But Flair quickly back to her feet. Just both superstars can't seem to get a lot of offense in. But right as I say that, Flair is going to go for it. She has the figure 4. Will she bridge over into the figure 8? Yes, she will. Center of the ring, figure 8 on Sasha. Will she give out? She has nowhere to go. Writhing in pain. Doesn't look like she wants to tap. And she will not. Instead, she'll actually fight out of it. Sasha gets out of the figure 8. What a counter there by Sasha. Stays alive in this contest, but has the damage been done? Both superstars starting to slow down a little bit as there's a discus forearm from Sasha. She might have Charlotte right where she wants her. Both superstars take a lot of damage in this contest. Now Sasha trying to ravel up the lower back knees into the spine. This is just wearing down the champion. Trying to put Charlotte away. Might not get her to tap with this submission, but does wear down the champion. And Sasha, trying to drag her, away from the ropes. Now might be setting her up. Is she looking for that bank statement again? Can she get it locked in this time? Gets her from behind. Gonna knees to the back. Flips her over, and she's in the bank statement. Charlotte's boot is close to the rope. I don't know if she realizes it as Sasha has the torque. Will she get the champion to tap? Is she? Just look at the torque. No, she doesn't tap. But Sasha gonna try to shoot the half anyway. Thinks she's done enough damage to that spine. Gets 2, and she does. Sasha gets the win over the champion. The win that Banks needs to get her right back into the title hunt. What a win here by Sasha. Back and forth contest. Both superstars fired their best shot at the other. But in the end, it was Sasha Banks who gets the victory. Huge win for Banks. Does this put her next in line for a title shot? We'll have to wait and see. As this guy is only at 2 stars. I thought this was better than 2 stars, but the rating system pretty harsh in this one. But a big win for Banks nonetheless. Well, Sasha got the big win there in that one. Next is the self-promo by Natalya. Not sure how this one will go. Okay, got her good, so she got a little bit too popularity. That's good for Natalya. Then in the second match, we did have the run-in caused, which does lead to the Dakota Kai victory, as it was a disqualification, as Gonzalez's and Kai's rivalry starts, because Gonzalez and Tomino have teamed in the past, so that was just a disappointing match, which, no pun intended, is disappointing. Self-promo down by Kofi. Hopefully, yes, he goes excellent. +4 for Kofi. That's good, especially with the pay-per-view on the horizon. But now it's time for our main event. Randy Orton and Finn Balor versus Montez Ford and Apollo Crews. All superstars are ready in the ring, getting ready to go for this tag team main event. Finn Balor will start off against Apollo Crews. Big spot here in a tag team main event. Balor on one side needs to get a win. He's kind of been treading water as of late. Actually lost to Montez Ford just a week ago. So, he'd love to avenge that loss. And Apollo Crews, did pick up a huge victory over Randy Orton at the Backlash pay-per-view. Beat Randy in a tables match, which we actually found out Crews is actually specialized in Extreme Rules. So I don't know if we meant to give Crews the advantage nonetheless, but he got it anyway. As there's a nice move, though, by Balor. His sling blade into the dropkick. And he'll quickly go to the corner. Randy is his partner. Orton and Crews have been going at it in recent time. They've had a pretty heated rivalry as They continue to advance that one here in this match. And then you got Montez Ford as well. Ford in the spot in the main event match. This is a chance to show how much popular is he. What is his drawing power? Could we be looking at a Roman Reigns Montez Ford title match in the future? That's crazy to say, but it honestly might not be far away. But right now his partner Apollo Crews is on the receiving end of a beatdown from his rival in Randy Orton. As Orton now from behind, full Nelson slam. Haven't seen Orton really pull that one off. Gonna pull out all the repertoire, especially when you're going up against a man you've fought on pretty frequent occasions. Sometimes you got to dig deep into the toolbox because you do have each other scouted at this point. As Orton looking to bend the back of Crews. Saw this earlier work in the Sasha Banks Charlotte Flair match. And now Orton looks to apply that same kind of strategy here to Apollo, who does flip over. Orton will quickly pick out before there is a pinfall attempt. I think Orton might have been thinking for a tag there. Crews with the wise decision, cut that one off, tried to drag him to his side of the ring. Crews couldn't make the tag, but he does have Orton on his side. As there's a neck breaker, shot to the back of the neck. Down goes Crews, who needs to probably make a tag soon as Orton continues to taunt away on his rival. As Crews has been in the ring the entire time, has been on the receiving end of the offense of the heels. As Finn Balor enters the contest once more. Knee, elbow into the back. Now quickly going to go to the top rope. This is not where you want to be against Balor, but Balor does want Crews to get to his feet. But Montez will get over there and cause a distraction, a shot. But it wasn't enough as Finn Balor connects anyway with a missile drop kick. And down goes Crews despite Montez's best efforts. Couldn't knock Finn off of the top rope. And now Finn going to go in for a cover here. Gets one, gets two. But Crews will kick out in the nick of time. But he needs to make a tag. He's right there next to his partner. Finn going to go to his corner, make a tag. Leaves Apollo with an opening. But Apollo is too hurt to try to make a tag. As now Orton back into the contest. Crews looks to back up Randy. Shot to the face. Going to get a hold of the Viper. This could be the opening that Crews needs. He's going to drive him into the corner. Still hasn't made a tag. Forearm shots across the face. I think Crews might be losing focus of what is the goal of this match. The goal is to win. And I think Crews right now could be seeing his rival in front of him and could be focusing a little too much on just doing some damage, despite the fact that he needs a cover, or he needs a tag, a 1 count is not going to do it. As Crews had the opening, didn't take it. Now he's going to drag Orton into the corner again. Will he make the tag this time? No, he doesn't again. Once more, Crews trying to do his own damage to Randy Orton. Now he's going to fling him out of the corner into a bomb. Orton's shoulders are down, but only gets a 1 count. I just don't know if this is a good strategy by Apollo, as he goes a nice, though, standing shooting star press, though. And now he does make the tag to Montez. So I think Crews finally realized he needed to make the tag. Good decision. It worked out in the end. Was able to do some more damage and then still made the tag. And now Montez Ford right fresh quickly to the top rope. A big spot for him tonight as he delivers a flying elbow drop down to Orton. Goes for the cover now. Orton, shoulders are down, gets 2, but this time will kick out again. But you can see the progress. Orton this time was down for a 2 count. Orton backs up Montez, trying to get back to his feet, trying to get back in this contest. A big right hand shot drops Ford. This is a match I'd love to see again in the future. Ford versus Orton. I believe these two have put on a phenomenal one-on-one contest. But right now, Orton, this is textbook Orton offense, stomping away, just doing the damage, just methodical offense. And now goes for the cover on Ford. Gets 1, gets 2, but Montez kicks out. But Randy could be setting up for that RKO. No, instead actually going to go make a tag to Finn Balor. Get the fresher man back in the contest. Earlier I thought Crews might have been a little bit too more aggressive. I think Orton might have been a little too passive right there. But there's a Pele kick from Finn. Drops down Ford. And Balor's actually just going to let him make the tag to Crews. Not sure if that's the wisest decision. But Crews back in the ring. Gets met with a nice flying forearm shot. So maybe Balor knew what he was doing all along. He drops Crews from the mat. Quickly taking him down. Could be working away. He's going to send him into the turnbuckle. This is not where you want to be if you're Crews. Balor setting him up, thinking that shotgun drop kick into the corner. Yes, he does. Down goes Ford, and Balor quickly going to think to the corner. Actually, no, just going to go for the cover here. Thinks he's done enough damage. He gets 1, gets 2, but no, Crews kicks out at 2. But will Balor now go to the top rope? No, he's still not going to go to the top rope. He wants Crews to his feet. Gonna whip him into his partner's corner now. And no, Cruz will fight out. Doesn't allow the tag to be made. Cruz trying to stay alive in this contest. Double underhook, flips him over, power bombs him down. Cruz now has Balor down, but only gets a 1 count. Balor hasn't taken a lot of damage in this contest, so he's definitely the fresher of the two. And now Cruz, though, heading to the top rope. What does Apollo have in mind? Balor is prone in the middle of the ring. Now he's starting to stir. I don't think he quite realizes that Cruz is right behind him. Actually, Cruz didn't go off the top rope. Wasted a lot of time there and got met with a discus clothesline for his efforts. Almost took his head off there. And now Balor into the cover. Only gets 1. And now he's going to go make a tag to Orton. Orton back in this contest. Montez back up on the apron. So the heels might have missed their opportunity as there's a nice pump kick by Apollo. That drops Orton now. And Cruz going after his rival again. Just might have found a resurgence. Deadlift German. Down goes Orton. And now Cruz to the top rope. What does he have in mind here? Orton, though, quickly back to his feet. And might have been playing a little bit of possum. Knocks Cruz off of the corner. He's just daring Cruz to make it back to his feet. Just taunting away. Actually going to allow him to make the tag to Ford. Don't know if that's quite the wisest decision, but Orton was ready for it again. Heels did a very good job of suckering in the babyfaces this match. That's the second time we've seen them allow them to make a tag just to pounce all over it. As now Balor makes his way back into the contest, but this time Ford is ready for Balor. Nice enziguri. Trying to get alive in this one. You can see Ford trying to fire himself up. Realizes this is a big opportunity for him in the main event. As Ford lining up Balor. Balor turns around. Ford in the corner. What does he have in mind? Here, going to go for a big blockbuster. Connects on Balor into the cover. Is this enough? Gets 1, gets 2, but Orton is there to break it up. Only gets 2. Might have had enough for Balor there, but Ford wisely dumps Orton to the outside. Now going to go to the top rope. Big frog splash connects. Frog splash on Finn. For the cover, gets 1, gets 2. And no, Balor kicks out at 2.5. I thought that was what Ford needed. I thought he played it so smart. I thought he was going to get the victory, but oh so close. Instead, Balor has turned the tables. He's on the top rope himself. Thinking coup de grace, gets it. Coup de grace on Ford. And goes in for the cover, gets 1, gets 2, but no, this time Ford will kick out. Both superstars just took the best shot from the other, and they stay alive in this contest. What a main event this has turned into. So you got to realize what is next. What is next for these two superstars? Match hanging in the balance. A lot on the line here. No titles, but a lot of supremacy rights here. As Cruz jumps back up on the apron, so Ford wants to make a tag. It is available to him, but right now he's just going with a nice combination offense. Down goes Balor. Orton just looking on from the outside. As Montez is going to try to drag Balor all the way across the ring into his own turnbuckle. He does successfully. And now it's just going to do a couple of forearm rips into him of his own. As now Ford just trying to wear down Balor. Comes into the midsection now. Who will walk away victorious? Went for the standing shooting star press. This time Balor was able to get the knees up. Saw it from Cruz earlier. Had it scouted. I had a feeling that Ford was going to throw it now. Who is in the corner, not where you want to be. Is Balor going to set up Montez for it? Shotgun drop kick is loaded, and it fires into the corner. Goes Ford. Balor quickly into the cover. Cruz trying to make it there, and he does. Makes it at just 2. And keeps his team alive, but Balor will dump Cruz to the outside. And Ford could be in a bit of trouble. His tag team partner taken out of the equation. Randy Orton actually on the outside going after Cruz as the two rivals continue to go. I think Balor actually might have been thinking of a tag there. Unfortunately was not able to do so thanks to Orton on the outside. But instead Finn's going to go to the top rope. Going to fire a shot of his own. Going to go for the coup de grace. Another coup de grace to Ford. The second one of the match gets 2. And this time it's enough to get the victory. The heels win it. Ford and Apollo Cruz unable to walk away victorious. And just could not overcome the veterans. Ford looked good in tonight's match. Unfortunately, Veteran was unable to pick up the victory. Cruz got bested by his rival. Let's see if that continues. And this main event netted us 2 stars. So another 2-star match. A little bit disappointing. Alright, so that'll do it for our show. We'll have to see what happens in regards to Monday Night Raw as they're going to throw Kyle O'Reilly and Triton versus Red Monsoon and Joaquin Wilde. And we'll simulate this one. It's an Extreme Rules match. And Kyle O'Reilly's team wins, and that gets them 2.5 stars. So apparently, seeing Triton is better than seeing Sasha versus Charlotte Flair. Not entirely sure why. Otis is going to call out Damian Priest, and that's an okay promo. Otis is not really known for the microphone. Arya Daivari versus Alexander Wolf in another Extreme Rules match. I don't think they got the memo. That's not the pay-per-view tonight. That's Alexander Wolf gets the win. That's also 2 stars. And then Oni Larkin with a self-promo gets weak. Yes, why would you have Oni cutting a promo? And the main event, TLC, which is in a couple weeks' time. Raw decides I'm just going to throw an Extreme Rules show tonight, as Lana is in the main event and gets Shayna Baszler. Shayna gets the win, and I'm assuming this is 3 stars. No, it's 4 stars. Lana in an amazing TLC match. Don't get it. I think MyGM is kind of broken in that regards, but nonetheless. So this is how our show stepped up. We got killed in the main event. We got beat actually everywhere on the card, so that's going to look not good for us. We had a show rating of a D, so that is, yeah, not really good. We got the power card though. I don't really care what Raw has to do. As you can see now, they are over 100,000 fans on us, despite the fact they didn't have a title match on the show. We just could not capitalize. So maybe we got to start playing their own game. Maybe we got to start throwing some more specialty matches on the show, as we are 2 weeks away from TLC. Triple H, I'm a little concerned that you're falling off the pace compared to Law. You need to do better. Ooh, so Triple H saying that we need to do better. Maybe a little injection of class will help turn things around. I'm giving you a Legend Whisper power card. It will allow you to hire any available legend on a short-term contract free of charge. Don't waste it. Ooh, so we can bring in a legend to help us. We'll have to see. I'm going to take a look at the legends, see who that could be, but that would actually be really, really nice to bring in a legend for the next show. Finn Balor says SmackDown's making waves. I'm at the forefront of it all. This is amazing through the ups and downs. I've never been on this kind of role in my career. Good. I'm glad you got a victory. I want us to be on the same page about this. Do you appreciate all I've done to bring SmackDown to the limelight? I absolutely appreciate what you bring to SmackDown. You're one of the top stars here. In fact, I wanted to offer you a $50,000 bonus for helping carry the brand. I'm not really trying to throw you some money. I appreciate you, I do, but despite your popularity, I can't show you special treatment. This is an equal locker room. There are no favorites. Ooh. He obviously wants to hear the first one, but I'm going to give Balor the second one because I don't want to throw him $50K. You need to treat us equally. It sounds like an excuse to me. Do you think the fans think we're all equal? No, I don't think so. I was hoping for a better season than this at SmackDown. Major decrease to his morale. That is not good. Hey, Adam, you've seen the work I've been putting in, but I know I can do more for the brand. I'm glad you realized that, Sasha. I'm ready to run a main event match, and I know the fans will be excited for it. This will mean a lot to me in my career. What do you say? I'm not going to say forget it. Sure, if you want your main event match, I actually might just give her the title match next week. How about Charlotte Flair versus Sasha in the main event for the SmackDown Women's Championship? Sounds like a match to me. We can do that. Perfect. You know I won't let you down, so cool. So that'll do it for this show. Currently, we are getting beat in the ratings by Raw. Hopefully, we can turn that around as we get closer to TLC. But I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. I know this playlist, this series has not been, as... If you enjoy it, make sure you drop that like and subscribe down below, especially if you want more wrestling content. I really appreciate you sticking through my voice. It means a lot to me. You guys have a good one.